You are feeling exhausted right now. It is not because you are working too hard, but because you are trying too much to be seen by others. We are currently sacrificing our most precious energy on the altar of public recognition, hoping for a validation that never truly fills the void inside us. In this digital age, we have become addicted to the noise of the crowd, forgetting that true power is often cultivated in the depths of silence. But let me ask you a vital question. If there were no one watching, if there were no witnesses to your life, who would you truly be? It is time to stop the leak. It is time to reclaim the energy you have been throwing away just to satisfy the expectations of a stranger. The path to greatness does not begin with a social media post. It begins with the decision to look inward and find your own center again. You do not need to prove anything to anyone. The most important conversation you will ever have is the one you have with your own soul. Let the noise fade away. Let the world forget you for a moment, so that you can finally remember who you are without the constant applause. Every time you look for a nod from the outside world, a small piece of your inner strength and creative fire begins to slowly evaporate. Recognition is a cheap drug. It gives you a momentary high, a rush of dopamine, but it eventually leaves your heart feeling empty and restless. Your energy is your life force. When you spend it chasing likes, you are trading your gold for pebbles, losing the time you can never regain. Stop showing off the first bricks of the castle you are building. The world does not need to see your process before the foundation is even set. Protect your energy like you protect your life. If you let every wind blow your flame, you will find yourself in total darkness very soon. We have become performers in our own lives, more concerned with the reviews than the actual experience of living and growing into our true selves. There is a profound power in being unseen. It allows you to develop your skills without the pressure of judgment or the poison of premature praise. The depth of your character is built in the moments when no one is watching. That is where the real work of transformation takes place. Every second spent seeking validation is a second stolen from your true purpose. Redirect that focus back to the craft and the person you are becoming. The universe does not ask for your resume. The stars do not care about your follower count. They simply exist in their magnificent, silent glory. Choose to be the master of your internal world rather than a slave to the external one. This is the first step toward true liberation. Marcus Aurelius once wrote that the happiness of those who love fame lies in the hands of others, but the wise find it in themselves. The Stoics understood a fundamental truth that we have forgotten. True strength does not require an audience. It is built in the quiet of solitude. A flower blooming in the heart of a deep forest does not need a single person to praise its beauty to be perfectly radiant. It blooms because that is its nature. It does not seek attention. It simply fulfills its purpose with excellence and grace in total silence. Wisdom is not found in the loud declarations of the ego, but in the quiet study of the soul and the discipline of the mind. The monuments that last for centuries were built by those who focused on the stone in front of them, not the cheers of the crowd. When you act for the sake of the action itself, you tap into a source of power that is immune to the whims of society. Stop being a prisoner of public opinion. Your value is not a commodity to be traded in the marketplace of social media or social status. Endurance is the hallmark of the great. They do not bend to the trends of the day. They remain anchored in their own principles and virtues. Visibility is often a distraction. The most important parts of your growth are happening beneath the surface, where no light can reach and no eyes see. A mountain does not shout to prove its height. It simply stands, immovable and majestic, content in its own existence, without needing the valley's approval. Find your mountain within. Build a foundation of self-respect that is so solid that the absence of praise feels just as natural as its presence. Disappearing is not an act of cowardice or running away. It is a strategic retreat to restructure your life and reclaim your focus. Learn the art of muting the world. When the noise stops, you will finally be able to hear the quiet whisper of your own intuition. When you no longer crave recognition, you become incredibly dangerous and powerful. You are no longer a puppet that can be pulled by strings. No one can control you with flattery, and no one can break you with criticism. You have moved beyond the reach of their shallow games. This is a radical discipline. It is the choice to live for the quality of your experience rather than the appearance of your lifestyle to others. Think of the cocoon. It is a period of total darkness and isolation. Without this stage of disappearing, the butterfly could never take flight. Your private victories are the most significant. Celebrate the habits you build and the demons you face when there is no one there to cheer. Physical discipline is a form of prayer. It is a way of telling yourself that you are worth the effort, even if the world never sees. Face the vastness of your own potential. Most people stay in the shallow water because they are afraid of the depth that comes with solitude. But it is in that depth that you find your true self. It is where you build a character that is as vast and powerful as the ocean. Don't be afraid of being forgotten for a while. The world has a short memory, but the results of your hard work will last a lifetime. Embrace the shadows of your training period. Let the silence be your teacher, and the lack of distractions be your greatest advantage in this journey. You are preparing for a version of yourself that the world isn't ready for yet. Keep building in the dark until the light becomes inevitable. The most brilliant achievements are almost always created in the shadows of long, unglamorous hours and tireless, lonely dedication to a craft. Think of the great oak. It grows without a sound, yet it has the power to break through concrete. Strength does not need to be loud. When you work for the inherent value of the task, rather than the applause, you reach a level of excellence that cannot be faked or imitated. A brilliant life is lived according to a high internal standard. You become your own toughest critic and your own most honest judge of character. You no longer need witnesses to your greatness. The satisfaction of knowing you gave your absolute best is the only reward you will ever need. This is true confidence. It is not the loud declaration of, "Look at me," but the quiet, unshakable knowledge of, "I am enough as I am." Mastery is a lonely road, but it is the only road that leads to a life that truly shines from the inside out, forever bright. Be a lighthouse, not a firework. A firework is loud and attracts attention for a second, but a lighthouse is silent and saves lives forever. Your energy is finally returning to you. It is no longer being scattered to the winds of social validation. It is fueling your own inner fire. The world will eventually notice the change in you, but by then, you will be so grounded that their notice won't even matter to you. The pieces of your life are falling into place. You are creating a masterpiece in the quiet, one deliberate and hidden action at a single time. It is time to step off the stage of others and begin building your own sanctuary. The era of seeking permission is finally over for you. Disappear from the noise. Build in the silence. Shine with the truth of your existence. This is the blueprint for a truly extraordinary life today. Become great in secret. Let your results speak so loudly that you never have to say a single word to prove your worth to anyone. The world does not need more celebrities. It needs free souls. Are you ready to become invisible and finally create something truly miraculous today? The time for talk is over. The time for the audience is gone. Your life is waiting for you in the quiet. Begin your journey now.